Welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. How's everyone's day doing? Look at me being a noob and already walking into my item room. And it's not even a good item either. So we'll just go ahead and skip that, I guess. Alright, skip on that item. Stem cells is not needed. You know, I actually think that that champion right there, the one that is reflecting my tears, is the worst champion in the game. Other than the Rainbow champion, which has this embedded into it. Actually just a sucky champion. I wonder if hard mode's better for TKEEPER, honestly, because, you know, you get more champion enemies compared to the standard version. I'm not too sure what all the main differences between hard mode and normal mode is. I know that you get less heart drops, you get more champion enemies. I think bosses normally are guaranteed to drop health, but on hard mode they, which, you know, that's a nice little added challenge. Not really for this character. This character doesn't even get heart drops. I wonder if there's anybody who actually plays on normal mode consistently. I don't know anybody who does it personally. I actually think I will use my bomb for this. You know, normally I would go for the secret room, but here we get 5 whole cent and a chest, which just pays back our bomb. There's really no downsides here. I'm gonna put our bomb here. What do we get? Nothing. Wow. I'm getting kind of unlucky with that secret room placement, gotta be honest. And a bit of a weird boss room. It's okay to miss out on some coins as long as we stay alive. This is such a difficult character. It is unreal how difficult this character has been. I thought it was going to be one of the easiest characters, you know? You get all the good stuff from the shops, but then I haven't been getting good stuff from the shops, and it's just been a little bit of a panic. Was there anything else in here that I wanted? Not particularly, honestly. What a sad shop. What a sad first floor. You know, Glass Eye is good, so I will give it that. Glass Eye will probably help us out for a little bit, with just the slight damage up that it is. See if we can juggle this guy. Get all the coins there. Whenever you're fighting this boss, what is this, Gemini? Whenever you fight Gemini, what do you think is the best way to do it? Juggle the small guy, or do you think it's best to take down the first guy, the little guy first, or the big guy first? Personally, I've always gone for the big guy first, but that's just because the little guy's hard to hit. But I completely understand if it's the other way around for you, you know? It's a little hard to juggle that guy sometimes, especially if you get really bad tears. You know, if you've ever done Eden, you can just get really crappy tear rate and even crappy damage, and it's just impossible to keep that guy held back. You know, another thing I've noticed with this character, sometimes you just gotta take that damage. You gotta run headfirst into danger to get the more money. You know, that might not... Ooh, Tech Point 5. I really need to turn Regret Pedestals, because I do want to know what this one is, but we're going to take... You know, my girlfriend's brother actually refuses to turn on regret or like many mods at all, which is completely fair because it could potentially change how much time you spend, which I think that is fair. But the regret pedestals is one of the ones that he refused to turn on because it could give you an advantage to know what items you don't have in your pools anymore. In our shop, we got the Super Meat Boy fan and a black candle, so that just tells me I need to get 30 cents pronto, like yesterday. Something tells me I'm going to be skipping out on this devil deal here. Even though I do think I'll need a little bit more power, hopefully the items in the shop will save us for now from needing to do that. You know, we kind of solved the tear rate problem just a little bit with Tech Point 5 being able to get a little bit more damage output. I don't remember if Tech Point 5 is overall I think it's Tech 2. Tech 2 is overall actually like bad for your damage, I think. I could be wrong on that, but or maybe it's not like that it's bad in your damage, it just lowers your tear rate by a certain amount to where it's not good. You know, what I'll do is I'll go look in the devil room for this one, because I'll have 30 cents hopefully by the end of this fight. And so I should be able to actually go check the devil room. I don't know what froze. Is it the fish head? I didn't know fish head could do that. But I'll have 30 cents, so I'll be able to go check it. Or actually, no, I want black candle no matter what. So even if that devil room had, I could just check. You know, we're gonna check. See, now I've eased my mind. I know that devils aren't the way today. So we're gonna try to go angel rooms, and we're also gonna go up. You know, I think I've already decided I want to go up. Last video, I went beast, and then the video before that I went down. So you know, it just makes sense to keep up the uniqueness and go up and fight Isaac. So we've got Super Meat Boy fan and Candle. No more curses. It's definitely huge for us. No curse of the blind potentially. Actually, the worst curse in the entire game, by the way. Other than nah, it's curse of the blind. You know, not knowing what you're gonna pick up is so devastating. Because what if you pick up like the Wiz or something? Let's go. Not saying that the Wiz is necessarily a bad item. It's just, you know, really not as good. Like, okay, the Wiz is very situational. A lot of the items in the game are very situational, but the Wiz especially, because when do you ever need to fire diagonal? If you can manage it, it's good, and it's basically free 20/20 because you know you're shooting 2 tiers at once, and I think you keep your tier rate. No downside other than the diagonal, but it's harder to shoot that way. This is the smallest floor I think I've ever seen. We're going to take Stapler. Hopefully we do not get a Devil Deal here. Honestly, we're gonna go down the mirror dimension already. Go ahead and eat this pill. We're not gonna go into our shop because even if there was something good in there, I'd hardly be able to afford it. The battery, not bad. It's good to know just in case I get a good active item. But I think I did just get one of the best boss room items, which is the Stapler, but still, I think it would be more valuable to me to skip the shop, go for Planetarium, because I would honestly prefer that if I don't get a Angel or Devil Deal to just go into, to just get the boss item, you know? Most boss items, I will say there's probably not any real bad boss items. I mean, you can get range ups, and range ups aren't perfect, you know? They're not but they're not bad. They're very situational as well, in the sense of maybe you just don't need it, or yeah, I don't know. There's just not some situations where range is actually bad too. Like there's a particular item I'm thinking of, the Spirit Sword. If you have a Spirit Sword, range is actually bad for you because then you can't actually hit anything. You know, you're just swinging and you're missing the bosses entirely and the enemies. And that's why on Forgotten, range can be the worst stat in the game. But there's also situations where you have, let's say you got C-section, and C-section quickly becomes the best. Well, guys, it's over. Rainmaker's going to kill me. Never mind, we're okay. But then range is easily one of the best because you just get so. Oh my God! Yo, I won all of it, but there is a clear winner here, fellas. There is a clear winner here. We're gonna take it. You know, maybe the Devil Deal stays open. Oh my God. We go get the Lost Flame and we go get the other item. Come on. Stay open. Oh my goodness! And then we get the pentagram for freebies. Holy crap. Talk about a difference maker. Oh my goodness. Now that's how you play the Binding of Isaac, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you finesse the game. Devils were always the way, okay? I never doubted it for even a second. And dude, we got so many things boosting our deal chance already. I say so many, it's only 2 things, but hey, 2 things is better than no thing, you know? We have over here, we've got the, I don't think Super Meat Boy fan actually increases anything. You know, it says all stats up. I think any all stats up should realistically work like the sausage. Boosts every stat, even Planetarium chance, even, I don't know. I think the sausage boosts Planetarium chance. It's like by like a significant margin too. But I think every all stats up in the game should boost every stat that you have by some degree. We're not good. Eden's Blessing. Ooh. Sounds interesting. It sounds fun. It sounds unique. But as I was saying earlier, we've got 2 items already that boost our Devil Deal chance, or not. Well, not necessarily Devil Deal chance, but you know, our deal chance as a whole. We've got the Black Candle, which I think that raises it by like only about 5%, but you know, 5% is better than nothing. Oh wow, gold bombs. You know what that means, fellas. We got to go for crawl space. So. Actually, you know what? There weren't as many rocks as I thought there was going to be. Okay, hold on. We got these over here, too. I just thought there was going to be more to blow up, honestly. So I was like, yeah, I'll just speed up the video there and won't have to worry about it. Ooh, okay, we got a boss challenge room here. You know, it's still a little difficult without the flight. The flight would definitely make this so much better for me. Kind of missing mushrooms. So luckily, we got infinite bombs. Otherwise, that would have been a big skill issue. Amnesia. I'm surprised you can get amnesia with Black Candle. Honestly, ooh, is that not just worth? We're not going to, but you know, theoretical value there. There's just a lot of money to be made. But you know what we can do? Boom. And that's how you get the money from the center without harming yourself. When did you start playing Binding of Isaac? Because, you know, you got the Steam sale going on, or not going on anymore, but it was going on, and that is whenever Isaac hit its peak player base. I mean, $1 for the whole game. This is an amazing game for just $1. That might be the most value Steam has ever put out at one time, because you can easily put 400, 500 hours into the game and still not have done everything there is to do. I mean, I have a couple hundred hours now, and I still haven't even gotten close to Dead Gun. I've got all the tainted characters to go for the most part, other than Tainted Keeper, of course. But, you know, I play most of my characters because they're fun. I try to avoid the ones that are slowing me down a little bit. I will still do them, because I do still enjoy every character in this game. They're all fun. They're all very unique, and but some of them are just very difficult or have just such a different play style from what I'm normally used to. Like, you know, if you're used to mostly playing Isaac, going and playing like Tainted Magdalene, it's so different, because the play style with Tainted Maggie is running up close and getting hurt a lot. She's a very difficult character, honestly. And especially whenever you get into the later half of the game, Tainted Magdalene she really drops off, because you're dealing with multiple things at once with the taking full heart damage once you enter the room. So I would say if you end up getting the wafer, you're going to be golden on Tainted Magdalene. Like, you're going to be A-okay, everything's going to go well for you. You're going to be able to win that run. Or even something like Cancer, you know, where you reduce the amount of damage that you take by half. But if you don't have something like that, something that makes it more survivable, or even there's a trinket that turns half hearts into full hearts. That one's pretty good on Tainted Maggie, because then your temporary hearts just become forever. We got Synth Oil. Honestly, between Synth Oil and Growth Hormones, I think I prefer Synth Oil. I would go down to the mines if I were to be able to bring this Golden Bomb with me, but because you can't, I'm just going to keep going down the regular floors. I would have loved to go blow up more mushrooms, have a higher chance of getting Magic Mushroom, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh my goodness. Guys, I just took so much damage. That room 2 is too much. We really need, like, a Holy Mantle here. You know, I think maybe for this character, Angel Deals might be better just because of the amount of defensive capabilities from Angels. And there's always been that debate about whether or not Angel Deals or Devil Deals are better. And I actually think Angel Deals are better for me personally, because I have a more passive playstyle. Hello, another Golden Bomb, sure. But if you have a really aggressive playstyle and you like to play really fast, Devil Deals are definitely the way to go. That was a because they have more offensive capabilities with things like the knife and brimstone. Now you do have what's it called? You do have offensive capabilities with angels as well. I mean, you got the Spirit Sword if you really want it. You also have Godhead and Sacred Heart. Those are also 2 really great items that have good offensive capability, but they're a little boring, honestly, whenever it comes down to visuals and how they actually interact with your gameplay. But meanwhile, you have the Brimstone, which completely changes your tiers, and Mom's Knife, which honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Mom's Knife, which might sound a little crazy, because I will admit it is probably the best quality 4 in the entire game if we're going to ignore Death Certificate. But to what degree can you say Death Certificate is the best? Because all Death Certificate is grabbing other quality 4s, you know? You go in Death Certificate, what are the chances you're going to grab a quality 3? You might want, you might realistically want to grab, let's say, Mutant Spider or Inner Eye if you're if you really like that item. There are situations where you will grab quality 3s, like Soy Milk. if you've got Rock Bottom, or Diplopia if you've got Wildcard. But it is still the best quality form in the game. There's definitely no denying that. What would you grab most of the time with Death Certificate? I think it is, honestly, if I had to be completely real, the thing that you'd probably grab most of the time with Death Certificate is going to be either Glitched Crown or Sacred Orb. I only say that because those have the capability to completely change your run for the rest of the run. I mean, if you can turn one quality fort into more quality forts, then it's obviously the best. But let's say you're late game, right? And your build's already kind of weak. Let's say you're even on Delirium's floor, right? You're in the Void, getting ready to fight Delirium. You've made it here by a miracle. What item should you take? I actually think as long as you've got good enough range and somewhat of a decent tier rate, your best bet would be to take Mom's Knife. Because now you have, what is it, like 10x the damage at maximum range? You have a good chance to kill Delirium, even if it ruins your synergies. Because as long as he stays in the Delirium state, you know, he has almost no boss armor whenever he's like that, and you get off that perfect knife hit, you could probably almost one-shot him depending on how much damage you actually have. You know, I always get a little bit confused sometimes when we're fighting Delirium because it can quickly go from like, oh my god, I am doing so much damage to I'm not doing a lot of damage at all. Just because whenever he is actually Delirium himself, he has very little HP, or not HP, he has very little boss armor. Whoops. That's okay, child. Ow. Oh, I'm scared now. Okay. We're gonna just trade with this fellow. I just wanted to free that guy. Okay. I mean, that's good, actually. I'll take that. What's in here? Oh my god! I don't know how that works, actually. Hold on. Let's grab a coin here. Yeah, I think it's bad. I actually think it's bad. But it's such a good item. I have to take it, guys. Holy crap. That looks sick. I will give this little kid my golden bomb momentarily, you know? I think it'll be worthwhile to give this child what he wants, and that is a golden bomb. Ever since, I don't remember which update it is specifically, but there was an update that came out that makes it to where the... Oh, hold on. I might die here. Okay, there we go. There was an update that makes it to where the beggars can be paid out instantly with... anything good in here? Not particularly. I'm just not going to take anything. The beggars can be paid out with the golden things, so... If you've got a golden key and you got a coin beggar, you can give him it, and he'll instantly pay out with an item. We're not gonna go find that ultra secret, not ultra secret, but you know, super secret. I think it's not worth my time. I think they should go a step further, and if you've got a gold heart, the one that drops a bunch of coins whenever you take damage, the demon beggar should pay off instantly. I actually don't even think it's called the demon beggar though. I think it's called the devil beggar or something like that. The evil child. That is what it will be referred to now. Okay. More coins. I've been getting so low on HP, it's scary. I need something defensive pronto. Like, sooner rather than later. And we also have no tier, right? We really need something in that department. Even like a soy milk would be kind of sick, you know? I don't know why I'm playing this. We got another bomb beggar. Tractor beam actually saves us, guys. Holy crap, that's huge. Look at this. That is beautiful. That is so many tiers in one. And our incubus also joins the mix. Dude, we are now just an absolute powerhouse. This is something to be reckoned with. Look at how much damage we do in one shot. Tractor beam has got to be hands down one of the most fun items for... Like, it kind of gets rid of the pretty aesthetic, I'm not gonna lie. But in terms of just making multi-tier shot things stronger, it is so good. Because look at that. We were kind of spreading out our tiers a little too much before, and now we're golden, dude. We're striving. It actually is making it look like we got decent tier rate. I think that's just because Incubus is shooting at a similar time. So it looks like we've got twice as much tier rate than we really do. Did you know that Incubus only does 80% of Isaac's actual damage? This is until... actually, it might be 80% on Lilith. It might be less for other characters. But this is until you get BFFs, which is an item that can be found in the shop. Once you actually get that, it will do 100%. I think for Lilith, it'll do 120%. Yeah. Lilith is 100% by default, but you know, BFFs just buffs her like crazy. Definitely one of the best unlocks for Lilith. And the friendship bracelet, the one that makes the familiars rotate around her instead. Her birthright does something similar where she can adjust them in formations and stuff, which I think that's good, but actually just having them spin around you seems honestly a little better. I think for Tainted Lilith, her birthright instead though is the familiars will go after the Gello or the little whip that she has. I'm holding onto the Soul of the Lost because if I get a double deal and I want to be cheap about it, I can afford it for free, you know? Luck up, speed down, you know, we don't really like to see that too much. Not great. I will take Mon's purse. It's actually just a good item. Don't need that. It could be flies for me. 4% chance to grunt a bone heart when taking damage. Wow, we're just not getting anything good for us. You know, TKEEPER. Well, we'll take a little haunt because he's good, and we're running out of shops. Honestly, this is the last one that we're going to see for quite some time, unless we can make Hush. Now, would it be possible? Would it be smart? Smart, I think not possible. I do think so. I only think it wouldn't be smart because I don't really have a Hush killing build, to be completely honest. I could definitely maybe do it, just barely, but I don't think I could. You know, it'd be a little too difficult. How much damage am I doing realistically, single target wise? Not much. Got a golden penny. It's pretty lucky. So try not to die though, please. I was actually wondering why the enemies were getting scared, and I already completely forgot that I picked up Little Haunt. Oh, how silly of me. So how are we guys feeling about the no webcam today? You know, I've decided to switch it up a little and take off the webcam, only because I noticed that in my last video it was lagging a lot. And it was really hard to get it to focus the way that I wanted to. So I'll definitely try to get a new webcam soon. Holy crap, we're gonna die. I'm gonna try to get a new webcam soon, one that is hopefully actually able to have a good image of me, maybe blur out the background too. It's not that I have an issue guessing my background or anything, but another thing I was considering is potentially doing like a PNG tuber kind of thing, having a little sprite in the bottom. I think that'd be kind of cute, you know. Maybe I make it the embryo from Isaac as my profile picture. I think it'd be silly. Just a thought though. We are going up. I'm thankful that I did grab it. I think there should have been a little bit more of a grace period from Isaac itself though. Because what if I didn't want to go up there? You know, I would have been forced into something I didn't want to do. You know, maybe we'll get something here on this floor. Maybe the devil deal or something. If we actually get it, which we should. It could potentially grant us with a good item, you know, one to save the run. Not that the run's dead, you know. We're doing good damage. We're doing okay. We're surviving. I don't know if I'd say we're thriving, but I could use. I would say I could use a little bit more tier rate still, and just a little bit more damage overall. But other than that, we're having a pretty good time. Like, give me a brimstone or something, man. Maybe not brimstone. You know, I do love brimstone to death, but it would probably kill me. Give me like a twisted pair. That's kind of what I'm vibing with today. You know, we've already got Incubus. Let's get his twin brothers involved. Yeah, he's feeling a bit lonely. Maybe our other secret rooms right here. Yeah. A Greek fight. Which could be good if we do want to go Hush. I'm still thinking about it. We're getting some passive tier rate from Luna. You know, I didn't think it was going to be a good pickup, but now I'm thinking it is. Let me focus and not die. Come on, guys. Let's really hope for Twisted Pair here. Let's actually just hope in general that I actually get something. I don't think I blew up a shopkeeper, which is my bad. You know, I'm kind of not locked in on that sense. We do get the devil deal. We will take eye drops. Eye of Belial is good. Void is good. Sacrificial altar is not good. You know, it actually is. Like, I have Little Haunt and I have Incubus that I could sacrifice, but why would I do that whenever I could take the Void? Which I think was a quality 4 at some point in Eye of Belial, which is just a good little damage up. We will take this because I think it just makes it to where we double shot at some point. Kind of. Next floor we go. Yeah, I've been seeing this guy on TikTok recently who has actually been speedrunning Isaac. There was a break that he did in one of his videos with data miner. I didn't know it could put you to maximum tier rate at some random point. That sounds really fun and really like I want to get maximum tier rate from it. I think he ended up beating it in like, I want to say 5 minutes. It did not take him long at all. It was really impressive. I didn't even know that kind of stuff was possible. There was also a break where he got Mega Mushroom and he ended up skipping out on Godhead. It was really, really funny to see because all the comments were just talking about how could he not want Godhead, but he really didn't need the power. I mean, once you have Mega Mushroom, a win is essentially guaranteed as long as you can keep it charged. I don't even remember what he was going for. It was the it was the mind, actually. I do remember. He was going for the mind because the mind gives you full mapping, and as long as he knew where the boss was, he was kind of just chilling. Wow, that's a lot of hands. Yeah, as long as he knew where the boss was, he was just chilling. Like, he could map out where he wanted to go with Mega Mushroom really well. I also think he had the battery, so he was able to store Mega Mushroom energy and the 4.5 volt. You know, you get the more charge from killing enemies. That's pretty good, especially for Mega Mushroom. Maybe we'll get an arcade game in here. We don't. That's okay though. I could also go for the portable gambling machine or whatever, the portable slot machine. I don't really need it. I was thinking, oh, I could get it and then be chilling with, I could void it, but then anytime I use void, it would just I would just gamble. Like, I can gamble once every 4 rooms. You know, if there was a worst enemy in the game award, I would actually give it to the masks. Wow, a library here could be actually huge for me. Let's try to get these guys to open up about their feelings. Ow. Let's also try not to die at the same time, though. Okay. All's well, ends well. Maybe this could be huge, though. We could get a couple things. Like, all of that. Holy crap. All of that except for, we're not going to buy the Book of Anarchy. Like, we will buy it, but first we're going to buy this. And then we're going to buy this. Oh, actually, we'll use it. We'll void that. We'll buy this. We won't use it. And then, boom. That is how you do that, man. Now we actually have Angel Deal chance, which, you know, not bad. Like, I don't mind Angels. We're kind of in the go of Devil Deals right now, though. I don't really feel like doing a D6, you know, that's D100ing my entire build. If it were kind of bad and not all was going well, I would definitely consider it, but everything, I'm feeling pretty healthy right now, you know? We might only have 30 bucks to our name, which is kind of low. Let's get rid of these eyes first. So Mom will always spawn 4 eyeballs. There is a chance she doesn't. I don't really know what it is. I think it's if you do enough damage, she will just skip immediately to his face. But if she's doing that much damage, then you're chilling anyways. Oh wow, we didn't get any deals. Damn it. So sad. Oh yeah, we're going up. Soul of Azazel will hopefully carry us through any boss that we struggle on, you know, being able to spawn that giant ass brimstone laser. I wish Soul of Azazel worked with synergies though, you know? Like, imagine if Mutant Spider Soul of Azazel actually did something. I could literally just have 4 big ass brimstones going everywhere. It would be incredible. It would be quite the sight to see. We actually have both of our secret rooms side by side here, which means for this part we can just skip straight on ahead to Isaac. I do want to take 48 energy. You know, really good for us potentially. There could be an item that we look forward to. Holy crap, everything there was like, yeah, maybe we get a D6 or a spin down dice, but I'm just banking on the idea that it won't happen. Have you ever eaten the spin down dice or the D6 with the void? I have. You know, there was a time where I was like, oh wow, I could just reroll anything. And so I decided to eat the d6 of the void, thinking I was very intelligent for doing so. Like, oh wow, I'm gonna get to reroll and keep void, and anything I don't like I could just eat. Yeah, literally first thing, I rerolled it, ate it, and then it was something worse to eat. Like, I don't remember what it turned into, but it did really annoy me. It was an active item. It was like the pinwheel thing. Oh my god. I would literally just speed up anytime I use the void. By the way, keep in mind, I was originally trying to void some, like, I think it was like just a range up. And I was hoping to get more damage.
Soul the Keeper.
I want to see a Soul of the Keeper where you get all dimes, you know, like 20 dimes. I don't think it, I don't know what the probability of that is. I'd imagine it's too low to matter. You're gonna make that child very upset. Okay, good. I was gonna be upset for the child. I honestly thought he was gonna pay off. I was gonna be a little freaked out. All right, Isaac. We're actually gonna save the Soul of Azazel. I don't want to push myself into a corner and just kill myself by accident. You know, if things get a little scary here too, we could always activate our void to keep ourselves alive. It's 2 hits is all it really takes to kill me here. Oh my goodness, almost got hit by that laser. I swear that laser attack used to be so much harder to dodge. Maybe it's just because I've gotten a little bit better at the game, but I used to get hit by it so consistently. And now we're okay. Let's go down. Here we are. The chest. The place where we will win the game. All of that except for the mirror can go. Honestly, we're gonna just do that and then boom. Look at all those beautiful stats, man. 40 something range. Now we need to get Libra, and I want to say we can also eat that. No real reason to, but you know, the wisps actually, that's the reason you eat it. Get Libra and like rock bottom. You know, that would be golden. Mr. Oh my goodness! That right there is what we needed. We needed some kind of defense, and we got it. Oh my gosh, guys. That is going to be all that we need to win. We could potentially, oh, look at that high spec right there. We could potentially beat Delirium with that. Hello. I don't know why I'm lagging so bad. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. My phone alarm was going off, and my phone alarm is really annoying to turn off because I've got to shake my phone 100 times for it to actually. You know, have you guys ever heard of the app Alarmy? It's just the one that I use. It was literally the only way I could get myself to wake up for work for the longest time. You know, working at a factory job, or not like I think it was a factory. You know, I worked as a tire manufacturer for just a little bit. Yeah. Blood Puppy. You know what? I love Blood Puppy. He's adorable, but I need to live, and Blood Puppy has a real possibility to kill me. Oh wow, that could be an Archie, but you know, I'm actually not interested in an Archie here. Editing already takes me like 6 hours. I'm not gonna lie. Oh crap! You know, we're gonna just eat that. You know, more range. Shoot, that couldn't hurt anybody. Butt bombs is actually a pretty good upgrade. Don't get me wrong. Potential spawn, but I don't need it. You know, I'm not even really using my bombs anyways. Already how it is. Another incubus, sure. That's basically all that is. He's got his own little punching hand. I don't know why he was holding it like that. It was a little silly. Maybe I can get a little bit more items. Is that too greedy to ask for? Just one more item. Maybe one that I could void. Why did I get a room clear there? Our second secret room. I'm really surprised we didn't get any chests in our secret room. It's not like it would have mattered too much. Actually, it would have. It would have been a secret item. For a second, I was thinking, oh, it would have just been a bonus chest item. It doesn't matter too much. But no, it actually. We haven't had bad pills so far, and there is our first bad pill. It's really unfortunate too. Red poops, my enemy. I could eat that. I could eat this. I don't need to though. We still got plenty of floor left. Let's go ahead and finish this out. Ooh, we got another chest here, but it is dangerous. I want to open it, I really do, but the danger of it terrifies me. Why are we getting so many batteries? Like, every room I'm getting a battery. It's really weird. Guys, I swear I'm not cheating. I will open up that scary chest because I think I can kill one fast enough. Contagion, you know, that should be just enough to save me as well if anything goes wrong. Wow, look at the lag. I don't even particularly know why I'm lagging. I've been able to get through so much more than this. Acladamia? What's up with the batteries, yo? Do I have some kind of bug here where I'm just getting infinite batteries for a chest? Oh, wow. That was beautiful. 9 lives. I think that'll put me down to... Wow. I think that'll put me down to 1 coin heart. You know, I'm normally a fan of 9 lives, but I need my 1 coin heart. Ugh. If we find an HP up, though, I will definitely take it. Maybe here? Candy heart? Not quite. Another battery for some reason. I feel like there's a bug going on, guys, and it's scaring me. I'm not one to complain about batteries, but why? No, we did not. We're just going to eat 9 lives. You know, a little bit more cheer. A little bit more tears. Not bad, not bad. I actually get to the point where I think Soul of Azazel is bad for me. It reduces how much damage I'm actually putting out there. Hold on. Let me go back for this one last battery. You know, I'm already doing so much damage with my tears. I just think that pushing myself back into a corner and only having 1 big laser is not the way to go. But all of my punchy tears, then this is the way to go. This is the way to live right here. Yeah, I never understood it. I've always kind of felt like Blue Baby is easier than Isaac. Like, he doesn't even do the laser things that Isaac does, really. So it's just... it's really that easy. We'll go down to Delirium. You know, I don't think we can actually beat Delirium, but we'll do it, you know. There's nothing wrong with a good, fun challenge in the void. Anyone else ever thought that the sound, if you got the anti-growth mod, that little noise right there kind of reminds me of like a Black Griffin sound, you know? One that he made a while ago. I don't really remember the name of it either. It just sounds very identical to it. Might even make the same sense. Is this song also by Edmund? Okay. There seems to be... Ooh. There seems to be something that every time I get a chest, I will also get a key. Or not a key, a battery. Can someone please explain in the comments why that is happening? Is it a bug? Is it just because I'm lucky? The game loves me or something? Or am I hacking? You know, it's got to be one of those options. This boss room cannot be Delirium because it is next to another room. Spirit Sword would ruin everything. We're just gonna eat that. You know, I'm usually always down for the Spirit Sword, but do I feel like spamming my keyboard? Not particularly. No, I really don't. Still getting mystery batteries out of nowhere. This would be a perfect run. Well, we're gonna take that too. Protect 1 hit. Why not? This room right here can't be Delirium, so we'll go ahead and do this one. That room over there can be. How to jump, not bad. I'm also not going to eat it though, because why would I? I actually have a feeling that could be Delirium right there. We don't need the wooden cross, so we'll come back to that one. We got 2 more boss rooms right here. I think both of them actually do have the chance to be Delirium, so we're trying to find out, I guess. Mega Sisters. Not quite. Missing no. It doesn't matter if we take it right now, but we're just going to avoid it. Maybe this is Delirium? Nope. I don't remember this guy's name. Something with an A. Little Baggy. We'll just go ahead and avoid that as well, I suppose. Alright, we got Malgurdy. Malgurdy actually... This boss room also cannot be delivered. Oh, wow. I was talking about this earlier. BFFs will make it to where my Incubus does 100% of the damage. And obviously all my Wisps and stuff are much stronger now. Okay, sure. Dude, look at that. My Fate's Reward even got a big buff, too. Now, I'm thinking this one right here could be Delirium. There's probably still, there's still a couple more boss rooms I could do. This one's actually not. Okay. What do we get? Montezuma's Revenge. What a thematic item. I'm trying to avoid that. And here we go, guys. Let's try to beat Delirium. Will I be able to? I'm not actually 100% sure. We do have Book of Shadows. Need to remember that with our Void. We've got good defensive capabilities here with sci-fi and the things surrounding me. Okay. Nice. Okay, there goes our wooden cross. It's okay though. We're doing good damage right now. This boss fight is so difficult, especially on Tainted Boss, man. This boss fight sucks on Tainted Boss. Holy crap. Okay, we're almost done. You know what? I'm gonna just do that. Die, Delirium! Oh my god, we actually did it. Look at this soul of Azazel. It looks so stupid. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed. We nearly died there. Let's get back to full HP. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. You have a beautiful rest of your day.